Hi, welcome to my movie. This is going to show you the type of things that we cover in our workshops online. In this movie, I'm just going to show you the first 10 minutes of our workshop this morning on getting started. We looked at several different things, but we focused mainly on looking at the stair and the custom stair. So we went through all the settings of the stair to explain how and why the stair works the way it does. So I hope you enjoy it. Now, Barry, we're going to start with the Stair Tool. This is the Stair Tool here I think you were talking about. But there's another one, which is a legacy tool, which I still really like, and it's called the Custom Stair. Now, it's by default, it's not in your workspace, so you actually have to customize your workspace and add that custom stair. Now, Jane, I can't remember if that custom stair is part of your landmark workspace or whether you only get access to the Stair Tool itself. All tools, it's called the custom stair now, so I need to look for custom. If I could spell, it would be so much easier.
There we go.
Custom stair, there we are. I'm going to put that underneath my existing stair. And the reason I put it underneath, Barry, is so it's there. So it'll be here, but it only comes out to play when I want it to.
Okay.
Hold your mouse button down, there's my custom stair. So first of all, the Stair Tool. So the Stair Tool works really well where you've got a standard configuration like this. Straight stair with a landing, a couple of landings in it. You want to turn, you want a dog leg stair, L-shaped stair, I should call it. We've got a U-shaped stair, we've got a circular stair. So where you've got a regular, what I would call a regular stair, these work okay. Like a U-stair with a single landing. Now, if I start getting a little bit pedantic about handrails and stuff like that, it's only because I worked on lots of projects in London where I did hundreds of stairs, and it just made me a little obsessive about them, that's all. I do look at stairs when I go places, and I go, oh, that's awful. If only the person knew what they were doing. One of the great things about the stair setting, though, Barry, is this ability to use maximum, minimum values, which you can then import, you can actually put in here so that you can make sure that you comply with your building code. Now, where I live, the minimum tread depth is 240, I think. The maximum riser height is 180, I think, for an accessible stair. And there's a minimum here that, you can't have your stair go below something like 160 because otherwise it gets too strange. Now, stair length, a lot of people don't know this. This is a really old joiner's trick. 2R plus T, or 2R plus the going. 2 risers plus the going. I think it was, it's 24 inches or something, isn't it? 25 inches. Now, I had not an argument. I discussed this the other day with my friend, my colleague at college. He'd never heard of it before. And actually, the other colleague that I work with, she'd never heard of it before either. This idea that you've got 2 risers plus a going equals a certain amount. And they're like, what the heck? Why do we have this? And it's to do with the way that humans walk and the space between our steps. And this is a nice, it's an aim, it's not a rule, but it means that your stair, as you make your stair treads longer or deeper, you make your risers less high, and it still makes sure that your stair is comfortable. Maximum angle, where I live, the maximum angle might be 35 degrees. So you can have a minimum, maybe I'll make that 24 inches minimum, 24 inches minimum, and whatever 670 is maximum. So that's stretching the human gait, the way that we walk. I don't know if you've heard of this, Thomas, this 2R plus T.
We do all the time.
Yeah, I know, and I was really surprised when someone said, what do you mean? I've been to college, I got a master's degree, I better not put that on my movie. Let's save that maximum riser height. Now, I'm in a bit of a loop here because when I go save, my current stair is outside my maximum minimums. So you've got to make sure that you do this at the right time. It's a real annoyance that you can't just say, yeah, save those settings. And there are some that are preset, US commercial, private stair UK, which has got some settings, and residential US, utility stair. But you need to go back to your country's building code and make sure that you put these in and make sure they comply. Now, the way that I wanted to do it, what I need to do is I need to go back to this, change this to 160, then I can go back and edit my maximum minimums, and then I get a stair feedback dialog box. I find this frustrating. I just get into a loop. Do I want to change this? Then I got to change this. And what do I want? I wanted maximum, minimum 240, maximum riser height. I wanted that to be 160, and I wanted that to be 180. 24 inches I wanted that to be, and 26 inches maximum maybe. Stair angle 35. Now save it. I'm still not complying. So once you've got them saved, it's much easier. So if you don't want to use these, Barry, you can turn them off. It does help to make sure that your stair is compliant. So do go to the trouble of going through and setting those settings. And I don't think there's any easy way to go through and fix all of those. So Barry, I suggest you go through those settings, and you're going to have to change your stairs a couple of times in order to put all your settings in, but it's worthwhile in the end to get all that stuff. So let's have a look. Now we've got our standard configuration. It's a U stair. It's got a little well in here. We can choose the layer elevation if we like. So we can click on two layers and we can say the top bound is, well, we're not using stories, so we can't use any of these. So I have to use the layer wall height for the top. The bottom is the layer elevation. And I don't know if you noticed, but I can't just choose the layer above if I'm not using stories, which is a shame, because it'd be really nice just to choose the layer above. And you used to be able to choose the layer above, but now you have to choose stories. I can't see story below, can you? Okay. So we're using the layer wall height for the height, and this is set at 0. Now, if anyone's got a fancy bottom tread, you know, a big curvy one, this stair you have to model that bottom tread specifically. And in that case, what you do is you'd say, I want to be up one tread, so the top of it's 160. That'll stop me one stair below. Okay. Top bound, bottom bound, top bound, layer wall height. Oh, my layer wall heights must be 0. I better check those. Let's edit that. The layer wall height, 3 meters. Now let's go back to my stair. By layer elevation, top offset 0, layer wall height, layer elevation, bottom offset 0. That should work. Calculated rise 3 meters. So my tread depth, now the tread depth, it says it's the tread depth, but it's actually the going, and it's measured from the nose of the stair to the nose of the stair below. Does everyone know what I mean by that?
Well, that's what we normally call a tread.
Yeah.
In the US.
Okay. In New Zealand, that's known as the going, and in England, it was known as the going.
Yeah.
Let's
in the US, it's called the tread.
What do you call the bit that goes underneath it then? Let's create a new sheet layer.
That's the nose.
So the going, so you call the tread from the top of the nose to the top of the nose. That's that one there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So in other parts of the world, that's the tread. I'll do it in a different place. So where I live, that's the tread.
That's what I've always called the tread too.
Sorry, Richard?
So that's what I've always called the tread too.
But we need to be on the same page here. This is what Vectorworks calls the tread. So when we go back to our dialog box, that 267 is what Vectorworks calls. So when we look at our stair and we look at our settings,
267, that's the tread. Now, luckily, they put the letter G here so that I know it's the going.
Now, I really hope you enjoyed that short movie. The actual movie was over an hour long. We spent a lot of time looking at the stair, the custom stair, why we should use one instead of the other, how to put railings on a custom stair. We really had a great time, and the webinars are always interactive like this. Now, if you want to be a member, then don't forget to become a member on my YouTube channel, or go to my website and become a member on my website, and you'll get access to 5 webinars every month. Thanks for watching.